Hello everybody. Let's go ahead with some more problems. Okay, now first problem, evaluate 1 plus I square plus I raised to 4 and I go till I raised to 20. Now look, what I do is, first term is 1, I'll just keep it as it is. Next two, I'll group together, I square plus I raised to 4. Then next two, I raised to 6 plus I raised to 8. Then next two, I raised to 10 plus I raised to 12. Next two, I raised to 12 plus I raised to 14. Next two, I raised to 14 plus I raised to 16. Next two, I raised to 16 plus I raised to 18. And last group, I raised to 18 plus I raised to 20. You have to stop at I raised to 20. And now you see what is interesting which will happen. It is 1 plus. What is I square minus 1? What is I raised to 4? I square square minus 1 square. Square positive, so plus 1. What is I raised to 6? Can you write it here? On one side you can go on writing I square and the cube of it. 2 into 3 will make it 6. I square is minus 1 cube will be minus 1. And what is I raised to 8? It is I square raised to 4. One's index will be in odd, one's index will be even. Now when even index is minus 1 raised to 4, it will be positive 1. And this is going to happen in every bracket. You can see that. Next bracket, I raised to 10. I raised to 2 raised to 5. 5 is odd number, so answer will be minus 1. And it will be I raised to 2 raised to 6. 6 is even number, so answer will be plus 1. So likewise, I think we can continue writing. In the last bracket also, I raised to 2 raised to 9. 9 is odd, so minus 1. And I raised to 2 raised to 10. 10 is even. So in each bracket, minus 1 plus 1, everywhere it will cancel. So each bracket gives you 0. So only this 1 will remain. Rest all terms will become 0. So your answer will come out 1. The first term. Next. Second problem. To show. Second problem. Show that root 7 plus I root 3 upon root 7 minus I root 3 plus root 7 minus I root 3 upon root 7 plus I root 3 is real number. Is real number. Let's simplify its addition. Denominators. Have you observed carefully? A minus B into A plus B. In that case, let's take LCM. Root 7 minus I root 3 into root 7 plus I root 3. So LCM. Now cross multiply. This into this, same term. So root 7 plus I root 3 bracket square plus this into this. Root 7 minus I root 3 bracket square. Alright? Now open out here. A plus B the whole square. How do you take the formula? A square, that is 7. Twice AB. Root 7 into root 3. 7 3s are 21. Root 21 and double. So 2 root 21I plus 3I square plus root 7 square is 7. Middle term will be minus. Again root 7 into root 3. So 2 root 21I plus 3I square. Whole thing upon. Down the product. A minus B into A plus B. A square minus B square. A square. Root 7 square is 7 minus B square 3I square. So what does that give me? Observe in the numerator. 2 root 21I positive and negative got cancelled. 7 plus 7 I got 14. 3I square plus 3I square 6I square. And down next time I will substitute for I square. Both were. So you got in the numerator I square is minus 1. Minus 1 into 6. Minus 6. 14 minus 6. 8. Minus 1 into minus 3. So plus 3. 3 plus 7. 10. And that is 4 upon 5. There is no I. So this is purely a real number which you wanted to prove. You can say it is of the type A plus 0 into I. So there is no I term. So imaginary part is 0 and real part is A, which is 4 upon 5. So because I term is not there, it is called purely real. If suppose real number is not there and it is something only I, it is called purely imaginary number. Okay, next. Let's go for the next problem. Third question. Find A and B if 1 upon A plus IB is equal to 3 minus 2I. Think. In the left side, I is in the denominator, which is not allowed. So ideally, I should multiply up and down by the conjugate. But can I make the problem little simpler by change the side? This I'll take it down and this I'll take it on the other side. So I will say 1 upon 3 minus 2I is A plus IB. This rationalizing I thought is more easy for you. So if you multiply with 3 plus 2I, up and down. Okay? What will happen? Numerator 3 plus 2I and down A minus B into A plus B, A square minus B square. Now what is I square? Minus 1. Minus into minus. Plus 4. 9 plus 4. So next step, this becomes 13. And then you separate this upon 13, this upon 13. So you get 3 upon 13 plus 2 upon 13I equal to A plus IB. Both are standard form. So equate real part with real part, imaginary with imaginary. So write your answer. A value 3 upon 13 and B value 2 upon 13. Okay? You got those. Next, question number 4. Question number 4. Show that minus 1 plus root 3I bracket cube is a real number. I think this I will leave it to you. You have to just apply the formula A plus B bracket cube. So I will, if I denote this by Z, I'll just write the first step. A cube, that is minus 1 cube, plus B cube, that is root 3I cube, plus 3A square into B. So minus 1 square into root 3I, plus 3A, that is minus 1, and B square, 3I square. Now I am going to leave it to you. Minus 1 cube will be minus 1. Here I cube, root 3 cube. What is root 3 cube? Root 3 into root 3 into root 3. 3 root 3. So 3 root 3 I cube. And how do you regard I cube? I square into I. Do that. Minus 1 square will be positive 1. I square is minus 1. Minus into minus. It will become plus. And see what is your answer. Okay. That was question number 4. Next. Question number 5. I want you to work out if A plus 3I upon 2 plus IB is equal to 1 minus I. A plus 3I upon 2 plus IB, show that 5A minus 7B equal to 0. Now, let us consider, this is given to us. I in the denominator is not allowed, so you will have to rationalize. Or other thing, do you want to cross multiply so that you won't get. So even you can think A plus 3I equal to 1 minus I into 2 plus IB. Even that is okay. So there is no denominator left. Open out this term by term. So A plus 3I will be equal to 1 into 2, 2 plus 1 into IB, minus I into 2, minus 2I, and minus into plus, minus I into I square B. So A plus 3I is 2 plus, in the middle two terms I can see I. So let me take I common, B minus 2. And this is minus 1, minus into minus, so plus B. Now, right side, these two numbers, there is no I. So, I'll take them together. 2 plus B in one bracket and I into B minus 2. So, I collected two numbers without I. Is it the standard form? Real part, imaginary part. Here also real part, imaginary part. So, let's equate. Write a statement equating real and imaginary parts on both the sides. What do you get? First, real part here is A. Here the real part is 2 plus B, comma. Imaginary part is 3. And here B minus 2. So I equate it. Second equation, 2 comes on this side. I get B equal to 5. If I put here B equal to 5, I get A value 2 plus 5. That is 7. Now take the left hand side. 5A minus 7B. Put A value 7. 5 into 7, 35. And B value 5. 7 into 5. Again 35. 35 minus 35, which you wanted on the right side, equal to RHS. Next, number 6. Number 6. Okay, let us do this one. If x plus iy is under the root sign a plus ib upon c plus id, show that x square plus y square bracket square should be equal to a square plus b square upon c square plus d square. Mark the question, very important, very commonly asked question. Okay, now this is given to you. So I will say given x plus iy is equal to, and this is under root. You can separate root of a upon b. You can always write root a upon root b. So this is root of a plus ib upon root of c plus id. Okay, you can write it like that. Now you know conjugate, if I consider on both the sides. So you write the next step. Consider, see, conjugate, that is I will put a bracket around this, and the whole bar is conjugate of this upon conjugate of this. I am using z1 upon z2, whole bar is always z1 bar upon z2 bar. This property I think I have mentioned before. You can take z1 bar and upon z2 bar, both are equal. This I had shown in one of the numericals, if you remember. Okay. Now for x plus iy, what is the conjugate? X minus iy. I'm doing because this you are written in the notebook. For this, what is the conjugate? Root of a minus ib. And for this, what is the conjugate? Root of c minus id. I'm going to remove these signs. So just change ib. From plus it becomes minus. From plus it becomes minus everywhere. The previous step, let us call number 1. And this step, let us call number 2. I'm going to erase this because you have it written with you. And now we will multiply 1 and 2. So write in the notebook. Multiply 1 and 2. So x plus iy into x minus iy will be equal to this under root a plus ib upon under root c plus id multiplied by under root a minus ib upon under root c minus id. And so this product a plus b into a minus b, how is the product? A square minus b square, I square y square. This is both are under root, so you can take them under one root. A plus b into a minus b, so it is under root a square minus b square. Same thing down, both are under root a plus b, a minus b, so c square minus I square d square. And now for every I square I will put minus 1, so x square minus of minus, so minus 1 minus of minus, so plus y square. Here also under root minus 1 minus of minus, so a square plus b square. And down minus of minus, under root c square plus d square. And now square both sides. If you square both sides, left side is bracket square, here root will go and here root will go. And that is what you wanted. Check your answer. This bracket square, I got a square plus b square upon c square plus d square. That was the result. Okay. Next, one more problem. Okay. So, So you can just try out. I think most of the types which we have covered, I have covered in these two videos. So let me quickly introduce the next concept in this, and problems we'll do on the next line. Now the next concept is to find square root of a complex number. Let us just introduce this. To find the square root, underline this word, square root. I'll take the example. So find square root of 6 plus 8i. Find square root of 6 plus 8i. So any complex number they will give you, you have to get the square root. Now see the method. So let square root of 6 plus 8i be some complex number a plus ib. Call it number 1 and keep it. Let us denote it as, and now you know a and b are always real, so please quote that. So a and b will be real numbers. Okay. So let the square root of this be some complex number which we denote as a plus ib. Now if I square both sides, so square both sides, I'll get 6 plus 8i is a plus ib the whole square. So 6 plus 8i will be, open out, a plus b bracket square, a square, middle term 2abi, and last term I square b square. For I square minus 1. So 6 plus 8i is a square plus 2abi minus 1 into b square minus b square. RHS, there is no I here, there is no I here. So let us combine those two. Therefore, 6 plus 8i will be equal to first term and last term. I put in one bracket. And middle term 2abi. Real part, imaginary part. Real part, imaginary part. So write your sentence. Equate real and imaginary parts on both the sides. So what do I get? First real part 6. Here real part a square minus b square. These are called second equation. Imaginary part 8. Imaginary part 2ab. Third equation. Now from here 2 will divide also. ab equal to 4. 8 upon 2. Or b equal to 4 upon a. Now I am looking out for this value, b square. So immediately square here, because sometimes b will be positive, in some cases it will be negative. But square is always positive, so make sure you make a square. 16 upon a square. And now this value I will put back in equation 2. So we will say put in equation 2. So what do I get? 6 is equal to a square minus b square value 16 upon a square. I have to solve this. So RHS, a square is the LCM, cross multiply a square into a square. A raised to 4 minus 16. This a square cross multiply. So 6a square equal to a raised to 4 minus 16. And now this 6a square I can take it on the other side. I'll erase this, I won't need. So I'll erase this part. Okay. Maybe b value I will require later. So I will just keep b value on the board. 4 upon a. I'll write it somewhere here. b was 4 upon a. I'll write it here. So I take 6a square on that side. So I get a raised to 4 minus 6a square minus 16 equal to 0. So this term I shifted on the other side. One side became 0. Now it's like a quadratic. 16 into 1. Factors of 16 are 8 2s are. 8 and 2 is 6. I want minus 6. So minus 8 and plus 2. So a raised to 4 minus 8a square plus 2a square minus 16 equal to 0. Can we solve it further? In the first two terms, a square common. So a square minus 8 plus 2 common. A square minus 8. Common factor a square minus 8. Other factor a square plus 2. So either a square minus 8 equal to 0 or a square plus 2 equal to 0. So either a square equal to 8 or a square equal to minus 2, taking 2 on that side. But this is not possible because a is a real number. In real, square has to be always positive. Square cannot be negative. So you can mention here because a is real, this is not possible. So only one value I got. I got a square equal to 8. Therefore, a will be plus or minus root of 8. 4 2s are, so 2 root 2. So plus or minus 2 root 2. Now b was 4 upon a. So if a is positive 2 root 2, what is b? 4 upon 2 root 2. Now 2 2s are 4. So 2 upon root 2. And 2 is root 2 into root 2. So 1 root 2 will cancel. So it is root 2. And if a equal to negative value, either a is positive or negative. So if a is minus 2 root 2 and b, then what will be b? 4 upon a. That is 4 upon minus 2 root 2. So it will be minus root 2. Same way. So if a is 2 root 2, b is positive root 2. If a is negative, then b is also negative. So two values we have got. So we'll list out here. So a 2 root 2, that time b root 2. And if a minus 2 root 2, that time b is minus root 2. Put in equation 1. And therefore I get square root of 6 plus 8i. What? First, a and b values. A value 2 root 2 plus I into root 2. Or a value minus 2 root 2 and b value is also minus. So minus into plus. Minus I into root 2. Now here both are minus. Do you see that? So if I keep minus sign common there, it is 2 root 2 plus I root 2. So do you see? Square root came out 2 root 2 plus I into root 2 or minus of 2 root 2 plus I root 2. Bracket is same. So I can combine and say, so my answer square root will be plus or minus 2 root 2 plus I into root 2. Just one sum I have done. I am going to do more problems on the square root so that the concept will become very clear to you. But till then, try to understand this question. Thank you.